Argumentation ethics provides ironclad logical proof for the non-aggression principle. It shows that any attempt to deny the NAP is self-defeating because the very act of arguing presupposes non-aggression. But let's be honest, most people don't start there. Most of us arrive at these ideas by asking a simpler question: where do rights come from? Rights aren't privileges handed down by the state. They're grounded in our nature as rational, self-owning individuals. Thinkers like John Locke laid the groundwork for natural rights theory, arguing that because we own ourselves, we own the fruits of our labor. Conflict is inevitable because resources aren't infinite. The purpose of law is to resolve conflict, and it can only do that justly if it recognizes rights that apply to people equally. So to be legitimate, law must protect people's autonomy, and that means rejecting coercion, whether it's by the state or by a private actor. Force without consent violates rights. Your right to free speech means no one can compel your words or silence your voice. Your right to freedom of religion means no one can impose their beliefs on you. Your right to association means you get to choose your relationships and trade freely without interference. But here's the deeper insight. All of these rights boil down to one principle: the right to be free from aggression. And this is the non-aggression principle. It's the cornerstone of libertarianism. It applies to everyone equally and consistently. But to apply it, we need to have a theory of property. Why? Because to know whether force is justified, we need to know who owns what. That's where the homesteading principle comes in. First articulated by Locke and then sharpened by Murray Rothbard, it says that when you mix your labor with unowned resources, it becomes yours. You own a patch of land because you invest yourself in it. If someone else comes along later and tries to take it, they're the aggressor. Latecomers are the initiators of conflict. Homesteading identifies rightful ownership by original appropriation or voluntary exchange. Homesteading doesn't initiate conflict. This is how natural law, property rights, and the NAP work together. They form a coherent, peaceful system where rights don't contradict each other. And here's the test. Does a supposed right demand that someone else be forced to provide a good or service? If so, it's not a right. It's a violation of someone else's liberty. A real right never authorizes aggression. That's why libertarians uphold self-ownership, natural rights, and the NAP, because human conflict should be resolved peacefully, not through coercion, not through the initiation of force. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to see how this is logically bulletproof, look into argumentation ethics. I've covered it in a previous video.